I am the Nathaniel Ellis, and I am a second year in KCBC. I didn't even know really much about KCBC, but from like the get-go, I'd always like had that prompting to go after seeing it in like an ad on the Victory Channel. God put it in my heart that I just need and want more of him, and that's exactly what I got. I had gone through like a horrible divorce and basically homeless if I hadn't had my family intervene. One day as I started my job and started like working things out and making like more money than I've ever seen in my life, I thought that I was it. And I thought that I was where God called me to be. And as I just prayed with my grandmother, because my grandmother had always been the consistent Christian in the family, she led me and put on the Victory Channel against my will. I thought we were watching Family Matters or Nick at Night, but no, here we are watching the Victory Channel. I actually saw an ad. The Lord, even being relatively new as a Christian, put it in my heart. I left everything I knew behind to come here to Texas. And through that, the Lord's been really providing. And even though I gave up everything, and literally everything, I remember even like having to rent a mattress. My first couple of months of being here, the Lord provided. And not only provided like a new car, I now have my own mattress, which is like the first time in my life. My first year, I had been diagnosed with some type of cancer, and I really didn't have any idea, except for the day before. I just remember like going in for like a regular checkup. I was like, oh, my stomach hurts, maybe I just need something. But when I went through like the CAT scan machines, they found like a mass like in my gut. And I was like, all right, Lord, like, what is this? I don't know what this mass is. And so when I like was pretty much at my lowest after hearing that news and kind of scared, because in the past I've had some family like go through like cancer, I was like, Lord, I just give it to you, and I know that you know exactly what I need, and I refuse to live in fear. The next day, Jenny Papalastoyu was preaching and talking to the KCBC students. She laid hands on me, and she just said, like, I'm healed and I'm restored. And so I went online and I got like Keith Moore's 101 healing scriptures. I made the healing scriptures so evident in my face that I couldn't not see them. Within a week, I had gone back to that same place to get like another CAT scan, and I found out that like the mass, the cancerous mass, was actually gone. Like, I didn't expect it. I was expecting to hear something, but I also was expecting to be healed. And so being completely healed from like the cancerous mass, it encouraged me to the point where I was even like ministering to the nurses and like my caseworker and all that. And so they were affected in a positive way as a result of seeing a man healed from cancer. So if I hadn't been in KCBC, I don't know honestly like where I would have ended up, because if I didn't have that community, that word being poured into me daily, I don't know that I would be where I'm at here today. And it's all just a result of, you know, God knowing where I need to be and God knowing exactly who I need to be around and just trusting him fully. KCBC will definitely give you more than enough to equip you with what you need, not only for today and not only for tomorrow or next week or whatever, but for your future. And I can say of the most prosperous I've ever been in my life, and it's not as a result of anything that I did, but by just saying yes. Just by being here, like the Lord knew exactly like what I needed